Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Ryan Moore and this is the Game or Die channel. Tonight we're going to be playing a little bit more pinball. Why? Because I want to, but mostly it's because, again, like most of my life right now, it's just so hectic and chaotic that planning these streams has become nigh impossible. It's more of a shoot. What can I set up right now so that I can start streaming, play for a few hours, and have everyone have a lot of fun? I think a lot of people like the pinball streams. I know I certainly do, and I know a lot of viewers do as well. So we're going to play some pinball tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some good conversations. And hey, if you want me to play something else, I'm always willing to hear suggestions. So without further ado, let's get into a little bit of pinball. Now, this first table that I'm going to play is called Black Knight 2000. And the reason why I know this table, or I've played this table before and I know it because I own it, but it's because originally I heard about it from Giant Bomb. Jeff Gerstmann would talk about this game all the time, or this table, and talk about the soundtrack and all that. And so I genuinely was curious. However, I think it's a neat table. I just haven't played it a whole lot. So we're going to dive in for a little bit here, play some rounds, and then maybe swap over to a new one. I do have the VR headset. I could play a little bit of Pinball FX in VR. I might set that up. Who knows how the night is going to go. So let's dive in to some pinball for tonight. And I want to make sure that I got a little bit of some appropriate lighting. So let's go with some nice nighttime lighting. There we go. All right. How's it going, Sharky? How are you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. I am doing fantastic. I am having a lot of fun just hanging out, playing video games every night. My schedule is a little bit hectic and chaotic even after the dog show a couple weekends ago. And so tonight we got home super late, had some dinner, just chilled out for a little bit, and now I'm streaming. So I haven't had time to really focus on much. Work has been really crazy as well. Dude, you're still at the beach. That's rad. Nice. Chilling at the beach, man. That sounds good. I'm assuming the weather is decent. Well, if you're enjoying it, man, that's all that really matters. If you don't have anything to really worry about and you're enjoying it and everything's all good, man, that's awesome. I am not a beach person. I grew up near the beach, like 20 minutes away from the beach for pretty much my entire life. And I was just never big into the beach. Like, there's no electricity there. You can't plug in a TV or a video game console. Can't take the computer to the beach. That's how I was as a kid. Actually, when I was a kid, I really did enjoy the beach. I had some friends and we would, play in the sand and all that up until around, I'd say junior high is when I started really not enjoying the beach so much. But for church, like youth groups, we would do beach nights, especially during the summer. We have a little bonfire going. Our youth pastor would do a sermon and, people would learn how to do, how to surf and stuff like that. And man, that was a fun time too. So even in high school, I did enjoy parts of the beach at certain times. Oh yeah. So we went to Virginia Beach a year and a half ago, back not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. There was a dog show in Virginia Beach, and so we stayed at a hotel on the beach, and I went, holy crap, this is actually really cool. Like, this is beautiful. This is nice and clean. No one's here, and the water is amazing. California beaches suck. As someone who lived there in their entire life, I can say with authority, California beaches suck. They're gross, they're disgusting, they're overpopulated and too crowded, and they're full of rocks, like sharp rocks that cut your feet open. And the water is disgusting too. The Pacific Ocean sucks. So when we went to the beach a couple years ago in Virginia Beach, I was just like, oh, I was wrong about the beach my entire life. The beach is actually cool. You just have to go to the other side of the country. Yeah, here we go. Got a hurry up score. But yeah, I genuinely like parts of the beach. I'm just not a beach person though. Neither is my wife, which I'm actually very happy about. So she's not bugging me to go to the beach all the time, which is great. Because if she was, I would be getting dragged to the beach all the time. So I dodged a bullet there. Yep. Yeah, the California beaches are populated with homeless people. And that's not a joke. There are parts of the beach that are beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And I will say, as a young adult, like in late high school, early college age, going to the beach at night, I mean, just generally, going to the beach at night is way better. I love the beach at night. And especially if you're like with a group of people and you have like a bonfire and stuff like that, or if you're with a girl that you really like, it's a very romantic spot. There are aspects of the beach that I do genuinely find totally cool. But overall, I'm good. I don't need to go to the beach anymore. I'm sure I will, but I'm gonna try and stick with the East Coast beaches at this point. I would like to visit Hawaii and see those beaches because I'm sure those are beautiful. I hear myself. There we go. But I really did enjoy it. It was fun. When we went a couple years ago, we went with our dogs and they loved it because there was literally no one around. It was like early December. It was like December 12th or something like that. And we went to, no, it was a couple weeks later because it was our anniversary. And there was not a single person on the beach, and we let both of our dogs just run around on the beach for like a solid 45 minutes, and they loved it. They had a blast. And like I said, our hotel opened up to the beach. Like we had a walk of maybe 10 seconds to the beach. Like open the door, walk on the sidewalk, hop over the sidewalk, and you're on the beach. It was like, wow, this is actually really, really cool. Going on a boat, yeah. So I don't like the beach, right? We can understand I don't like the beach. I love the ocean though. I think the ocean is fascinating. It's one of the coolest and most interesting things to me. So I'll jump on a boat. My father-in-law has a boat. We've gone out a few times. I've gone deep sea fishing multiple times in my life. I've always enjoyed that. Really, really cool. So I love boats. I love the ocean. I just don't like the beach. The sand, it's so coarse, right? It gets everywhere. Hate sand. Whatever the quote is from Anakin. But I've always felt that. Even as a young guy, I've always felt a kindred spirit connection to Anakin Skywalker because he hates sand so much, and so do I. Dude, if I could pull up a 10-foot shark, I'd love that. That would be awesome. That would be the greatest day of my life, saying I caught this thing and I owned it. I murdered this animal. Man. So I have a deep, fearful respect of the sea. One of my favorite things is oceanography and learning about all the deep sea animals. This is a solid table. Dude, that's insane. 2.5, that must have been unbelievably difficult. I'm sure you were just like dying afterwards. That's crazy. What did you do with it? Did you take it back and like cut it and eat it? Like, did you open it up and what would that be? Filleting and eating it? Do you eat shark? Or is it just more of a trophy thing at that point? Oh, I got an extra ball. Sweet. I would love to catch a shark. Whenever I go fishing, I always catch like wimpy little things. It's never something big. Never caught anything big. Okay, so you caught and released. Okay, solid. No harm in that. I don't know if I would want to even try and like bring it aboard and deal with it. I'm sure it would have been terrifying. But that's really cool. Ah, man. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. This is my first... I'm still on my first run, right? And I got an extra ball. Got 1 million. I'm sure that's nothing. I'm sure that like doesn't even register. Yeah, this is a solid table, man. Six drunks. Was it family or was it friends or just kind of random people? Because I know we did a deep sea, my dad and I did a deep sea fishing trip once.
You are champion.
And it was kind of like a, you know, it was some dude on a boat who would like rent his boat out for the day and like bring X amount of people onto the boat. Hey, I got my initials. Sweet. Let's see. Okay, sweet. That sounds awesome. Family and family friends. That's a good time. That's a real good time. My father-in-law has a boat, and so we went out. We went out as a big old family trip on his boat for like 2 days, sailed around Mexico, and boy, that was insane. That was crazy. 4th place, but I posted on the leaderboard. I got a high score. I'm good with that. And that was my first round, maybe, I think. I haven't been paying attention. Let's switch to the regular ball.
I am the Black Knight.
I am the Black Knight. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I don't blame you. There's got to be one sober person on the boat, right? Devil Knights War million. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. Ooh, we got a multi-ball. Multi-ball. Yeah. Yeah, if you're underage, you don't want to mess around. You could make the argument of who's going to know. You just don't want to deal with that, though. International water, right? But you just don't want to deal with it. So we might have baby ducks in the morning, and I'm very excited. I really hope we do. My wife went out there to the coop earlier, and there's a little pecking hole, which apparently they do. She's been reading up on it, and they'll poke a hole in their egg with their beak to let oxygen in, and then they'll hang out in the egg for about 24 hours roughly, and then they'll break free and then hang out. And I'm like, dude, I'm down with that. I'm so excited to see little baby ducks. I'm wondering if our goose is going to be the mother or if the actual duck that laid the eggs is going to be the mother, because the goose has been actually the one brooding and sitting and hatching them. Yeah, I'm super excited. I love little baby animals. My mom's cat just had kittens a couple months ago, and then the mama cat is pregnant again, so we might get a baby kitten, which I'm excited for.
No way. Get ready for battle. Give me your money. Beat the Black Knight.
It's a good Black Knight song. Ugh. This is a solid table. Oh, my neck is hurting though. I've been craning my neck all day looking at this stupid monitor. Ugh. But I got to stream, at least for fun. If I have to do it for work, I gotta get a little fun time in. Dude, I am not into drinking at all. I can't stand the taste of alcohol. It tastes like gasoline to me. I think on my 21st birthday, my cousins bought me a bottle of Captain Morgan's private stock because I was into pirates. I still am, obviously, but it was like the big thing back then. And they bought me that. I had some for my 21st birthday, and I'm like, oh, this is awful. This is terrible. It tastes like gasoline. Dude, I like start gagging at the smell of alcohol. So at our friend, so I was in youth group as a leader for years and years and years. At some point, like, we all started getting married and stuff, and so we went to one of our friends' weddings, and we're all of drinking age and stuff like that at that point. And my pastor was there, my youth pastor, and he's like, hey, Ryan, you want some champagne? Because they're serving champagne at the wedding and all that. And he would always know, like, I would always say how much I hate the smell of alcohol. He's like, hey, Ryan, have some champagne. And he like held it up to my nose, and I just started like gagging, and he just started laughing because he knew I was like so averse to it. He's just like, that's the funniest thing. Like, you can't stand the smell of it. And my wife, like, will have like a glass of wine or something every once in a while, and I can walk into a room and go, do you have wine? And she's like, yeah. You want some? I'm like, nope. I'm going downstairs. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, I just get sick at the smell of it. And it's from like across the room. I don't know why. It's never been something that I've been into. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the smell of it on people, too, especially if they're drunkards, right? You know, you watch old TV shows and movies and stuff, and they always talk about the drunks and, you know, how they smell and stuff. And then once you kind of experience that for yourself and you go, oh, yeah, people who drink really do smell bad. It's like, oh, okay. I get what they were saying now. They weren't exaggerating. Like, I'm not going to get mad about it, like, if someone else is. But I'm just like, no, I don't want any. No, thank you. I don't even want to be around it because, like I said, the smell just is, like, obnoxious to me. Yeah. How could you do that to yourself all the time? I mean, it's an addiction. Like with most things, you might not like it, but you get addicted to it, or you quote unquote acquire the taste for it. Like coffee. I don't like coffee either. And everyone's like, you just have to acquire the taste. So I go, so you're telling me if I want to like coffee, I'm just going to have to build up a tolerance for something that I hate. Just keep doing the thing, drinking the thing that I don't like drinking until I acquire the taste for it. Yeah, sure. That's exactly what you do, Ryan. No, thanks. I'm good. I'll have my soda or I'll have water, which is probably the only thing I should be drinking anyways. Come on. Are you planning on staying at the beach for a while, or are you going to hang out there for a little bit longer? I mean, if you don't have responsibilities, man. That sounds mighty fine. Come on now. So close. Extra ball at 3 million, 3.5 million. Okay. Hey, I got a higher score than I did last time, I guess, so that's good. So the high score, the grand champion, as I guess they call it in pinball, for this table is 21 million. If I was gonna smoke a cigar, I think the only one I could ever do would be a stogie, just because of Arnold. Seeing Arnold smoke a stogie all the time was always one of those things where you go, you hear people say, smoking's not cool, smoking's not cool. Dude, I don't care who you are, Arnold looked freaking awesome, like the coolest person in the world smoking a stogie. Okay. Oh, we got another high score. Sweet. Oh, good old uncles, man. I love my uncles. They're always so cool. Like, I hope that I'm the cool uncle when my nephews get a little bit older. One of my nephews is just too old for me to really make an impact and influence on, but I hope I'm the cool uncle. Hey, we broke 2 million. Nice. We're getting up there. Let's continue on.
I am the Black
Sunday. Nice. Oh, dude, you're all there all weekend too. That's awesome. You have any fun plans while you're out there? I think at this point in my life, I don't really make plans when I travel. It just kind of happens or doesn't. It depends on who I'm with. Like, because I travel for work so much, I'm not going to go out and do anything, especially when I'm working. But if I'm traveling, like, for fun, you know, on a vacation or something, and I'm with my wife, like, we do try and make a few plans, but then keep it, you know, kind of low key so that we can kind of do what we want and not have to worry about being so busy that we're overwhelmed. And just enjoying your time, dude. That's awesome. That's the way to do it. You get one or two like things you want to accomplish, want to get done, want to see when you're traveling, and then everything else you just play it by ear. That's how I roll. Like when I travel, I call up my friends who still live where I am, and I say, hey, I'm in town for, you know, the next 2 nights. You guys want to do something? And they'll either say, yeah, let's do something and we'll make some sort of plan that night. Or, oh no, sorry, man, we're out of town, or I've got a date with the wife, or whatever it is. I got to take care of the kids. I'm like, all right, cool. Next time I'm in town, I'll give you a buzz. Ooh, I'm already on ball 3. That's not good. I was thinking this table was not as interesting, but I think that's the original Black Knight table. This is Black Knight 2000. And I think that's kind of what I was thinking of. Like, do I really want to play this? Yeah, sure, why not? But no, this is awesome, and the music's so good. Yeah. I saw somewhere today, like literally an hour or 2 ago, where they were saying children cost $21,000 something a year or something. I'm like, that can't be right. That can't be right. That's got to be way too low. It just did not sound right to me, my ears at all. Man, I was having a blast with Prince of Persia last night. I cannot believe I went for like 3.5 hours. It felt like an hour maybe at most. That was a really fun game. Like once you get to be an adult, you go, oh, wow. Kids are expensive. Like real expensive. My sister was telling me, she's a nurse, and before she had her first kid, or it was right after her first kid, she was telling me how expensive it is to deliver a baby. And I was just like, you paid to have a baby? And she's like, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to have a baby. And I'm like, are you kidding? That's insane. Like all the hospital fees and all that, and the ambulance fee if you take an ambulance, like just insane amounts. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I would have a heart attack. I don't know how anyone lives or survives. Man, come on. I was doing so good those first 2 runs, and now I can't even crack 1 million. Lightning wheel. I need to learn this table. That's really what needs to happen. Oh, come on. Those gutter balls, man. It'll get me every time. Oh. Trying to think. I haven't seen any. I'm really surprised I haven't seen massive leaks for the new stuff coming out for E3. I'm just calling it E3. I don't care what anyone says. That's mostly the internet where you can't speak your mind, and only in certain places. You can still speak your mind. You're just going to be judged for it, which, hey, happens everywhere. But what I was saying is, like, for E3 is just like around the corner, and I'm so excited. I really hope that there's some good surprises. I just don't think there's going to be that many. I think there might be like one or two major surprises this year, and that's it. Like for this might be one of the worst E3s in history. And not because E3 doesn't exist anymore. Because it hasn't for a while, right? It really hasn't. For years. Since the pandemic. But I think so many big games came out last year that we're just not going to have any big games. Like, what is Nintendo going to show, right? They put out their big game last year, and after a couple months, like, you didn't even hear about it anymore. And all they're doing is they're just making remakes at this point. Oh man, flipped you off. That's not good. People have no common decency anymore. Man, come on. We're gonna get it at some point. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to put together a list of kind of a recap of the first 6 months of 2024 in video games, and like kind of going over what came out, what was good, what wasn't good, what kind of was popular, what flopped. Just as some fun little article to do for the website or Discord server. And I'm just kind of drawing a blank at most of it. Like, there's a few standouts here or there, but for the most part, it's like, dude, we're halfway through 2024, and there hasn't been that many games that have come out that have been good. There hasn't been even that many games that have come out. Out of nowhere, we've gotten 2 Prince of Persia games after a 14-year, drought, which makes no sense. Ah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Politics, right? Yeah. You know what those people are all about, right? You just leave them alone. You can't make sense to them at all. They won't listen to it. Which is why I just refuse to talk about politics at any point. You can't have a discussion anymore. No one's going to change their mind, and you're just going to piss everyone off. There you go. That's right. You can sure try, but it ain't gonna work. Okay, Black Knight. I'm gonna give you one extra shot after this. I feel like I've exhausted my my luck for this table. Come on. That's very true. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So is this a ball lock, I guess? It's funny because, like, I'll get that ball lock, like, 2 or 3 in a row, and I haven't gotten it before in this table, and then it just happened, like, several times.
No way.
Okay. No way. Man. You know, it's something that I haven't gotten into a new band in a while. And I'm always looking for some good music, and I'm just like, I haven't gotten into a new band in a while. I feel like I should have some new music that I'm super into. I just haven't found any. And I was talking to my wife about it yesterday, or maybe tonight. I can't remember anymore. But I was just like, people don't make albums anymore. Oh, it was last night. It was definitely last night. And I said, her favorite band. I was like, do they still release albums? And she said, yeah, they'll do like a single that's off of the album, and then they'll do an album release. I said, I feel like no one releases albums anymore. And she's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who, a lot of these artists won't, a lot of people will, musicians will just basically go, hey, I need money, let me record a song. Instead of recording songs because that's your job as a musician. It's weird to me, man. The music industry has changed so much lately. It's like the concept of an album is completely gone for the most part. Man, I'm having bad runs now, so we'll change this table after this. I'm not doing good anymore. But I want to get into a new band, so if you have any bands that you would recommend, I'm all ears. Yeah, the whole release schedule with albums and singles and stuff, I don't get anymore. Like, I understood it back then, but because of the way music can be released and the way that the streaming stuff works out too, it's like, that's why so many songs are so short nowadays, is because of the streaming release and the music, or the money that they get off of a single song streamed.
No way.
They try to make the catchiest, shortest song so that you get to have the full song play, which you'll get the full amount for. Nice, dude. That's awesome. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was listening to them, what, 2 days ago? It's funny, when I was younger, when I was still living with my parents, it was like in high school, I think. This is the time of Californication came out. I was talking to my mom after I bought the album, and she was like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's the new Red Hot Chili Peppers album. And for whatever reason, my mom looked at it and went, "Oh, I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I saw them in concert." And I went, "What?" Because this is back in the time when they like play or like did concerts naked or with socks on their wieners. And I was like, when did you go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers? And she was like telling me like a couple years before or something. I'm like, are you sure? And like we went back and forth for like 5 minutes. I'm like, are you sure? And then I told him, did they come out naked? And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's what they do. And she's like, what is this band? And she totally misheard the band name or misremembered. It was totally some different band with a similar like vegetable name or something like that. And she was like, oh no, I totally was thinking about this band. And I was like, okay, cool. So it's been a running gag between my mom and I for, you know, the last like 20 years of, hey, Red Hot Chili Peppers is going to play soon. Do you want to go see them? Oh, man. Especially back then when it's like they were a lot harder than they are now. But I really liked them. I haven't listened to... I listened to a few songs off their new album, like maybe a couple months ago, and I really liked it. But it is definitely a different sound. Definitely a different sound, but I've always loved Flea.
No way.
And Chad Smith. He's a great drummer. And I've always really liked Anthony Kiedis's vocals. It's very, very particular. Like when you hear him sing, you know it's Anthony Kiedis. What's up, Faustism? How are you doing this morning? No, so the two musical genres I'm not really into is rap and country. Those are pretty much it. I'm down for pretty much anything else. However, I can find appreciation in classic old school rap. Like I'll listen to Grandmaster Flash, Slick Rick, Run DMC, the Heavy Boys. Like I'll listen to some classic 90s rap, 80s, 90s rap. But that's about it. And then again, same thing with country. Modern country, 90s country, no thank you. But I'll do like 50s and 60s country. A little bit, a tiny bit. And I know that's weird now that I live in Nashville. It's like sacrilegious, but it's just never been my thing. All right, that was fun, but let's switch out. Okay, Cactus Jacks. That was an interesting table. That was the one with a lot of vegetables. I don't know why. Circus Voltaire, Class of 1812. Class of 1812. 20s rock mainly. I'm assuming you mean like 2000. Oh, or swing. Nice, dude. I love big band. Glenn Miller Band is probably in my top 20, I'd say. What was I gonna play? I just thought of it. Oh, it was a Bride of Pinbot. That's what it was. We were playing this, a couple weeks ago, and I just wasn't doing well, but let's try it again. I like Bride of Pinbot. I remember when the swing craze kind of came back in vogue with like Cherry Poppin' Daddies in the 90s. And I was like, I like this. And I was way young too when that band, you know, released their was Zoot Suit Riot. And I was like, oh dude, this is great. I like this. And so I started like learning more about like swing and, you know, the classics. I was like, all right, I like this. Oh, I will also say that whenever I mow the lawn, I always listen to bluegrass. Bluegrass, early country, stuff like that. Like from the 40s, 50s, stuff like that. I will. There's some 30s in there, but not a whole lot. But I have a whole playlist for mowing the lawn, and it takes a couple hours to do so. So I just throw on some music and it's awesome. Yeah, bluegrass is awesome.
I can speak.
All right, she can speak. Okay, let's give her eyes. Faustism, what are you up to today, man? Are you, you got anything planned going on, or are you just kind of, still in school? Is it short days still? Man, it was hot today. Baseball. What about baseball? I haven't paid attention to baseball ever, really, in my life. Except for when Nolan Ryan retired, I believe. When the Angels went to the World Series. And whenever my dad would take me to an Angels game. Because we lived right by Anaheim, and so we would just go to Angels games all the time when I was a kid. The last time we went was probably in 2005, maybe, somewhere around there. And I remember we got tickets for $5 on the night. Like my dad was like, hey, let's go to an Angels game. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go. And we hopped in the car, we drove up to the stadium, parked outside of the stadium, started walking, and my dad just bought scalper tickets for $5. They were like crap seats or whatever, but it was so much fun. I loved that. That was such a great time. The Tennessee Vows. I've never even heard of that team. I know we have the Titans, which is football. I don't think we don't have a baseball team, an NBL team, or NBL. I can't remember, man. We have the Titans, which are the football team, the Predators, which is the hockey team, and that's the two that I know of. Because we've gone down to downtown Nashville, and the stadium is in downtown. Like, okay, I thought one of the cats was down here. It was just the cord to my headphones. It scared the crap out of me. Vols? I've never heard of them. Huh. That's interesting. I'll have to look them up. Yeah, stupid autocorrect, right? Come on, lady. Light up. Light up my life. How is your project going? Have you been making progress on it, or kind of put it on the back burner while you're out there? Oh, college. Okay. Okay. That's probably why I haven't heard of it. I only know of the major league stuff. I don't hate basketball, but I don't pay attention to sports. I'm just not a sports guy. I know of it, and like when big events happen, like I'll hear about it, but I don't know or follow anything. I've gone to a ton of baseball games because, like I said, we just live so close to Angel Stadium. It was kind of like a staple of my childhood. I went to one of the first Mighty Ducks games because, again, living in Anaheim, it was like you're required to like the Mighty Ducks. And I was such a big Disney kid at that point too. Like, I loved that movie, and them making a hockey team out of that movie was just super cool. And then I always liked playing Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey as well. So if I'm going to gravitate towards sport, it's going to be hockey. Because it's so stinking violent. It's so stinking violent, and I love it. I went to it was a Ducks versus Red Wings game. One of my best friends is from Michigan, and so he loves the Red Wings. And we went to go see the Ducks and Red Wings play at the Pond, and I'll always call it the Pond because that's what it is. I know it got bought out in like the Honda Center or whatever now. That's so dumb. But one of the players on the Ducks got like knocked down or something, and then he retaliated and then got sent into the penalty box. And it was like a pretty big penalty, like 5 minutes or something like that. And so I was like, oh man, that was pretty cool. And everyone's like just cheering and screaming as the clock was ticking down out of the penalty box. And 100% serious, no joke. The crowd's chanting as the countdown clock is going to 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets out, he books it out of the penalty box, just flies to this guy and just hits him as hard as he can in the back of the head. He flies down face first. I think he broke some teeth. Like, he hit the ice hard. There was definitely blood, and people just erupted. It was one of the coolest things in sports I've ever seen in my entire life. It was awesome. Oh man. And I went, all right, hockey's okay. Hockey's pretty cool. Oh yeah, racing too. I always liked, as a kid, my favorite thing in racing was the crashes, because they're just cool. You get to see car crashes on TV, right? Knowing that it's someone's life at stake and stuff, like, definitely puts a damper on it. But as a kid, like 10 years old, you kind of don't care. And most people are usually okay in those crashes most of the time. When was it Dale Earnhardt Jr., that crash, I remember that was kind of when like everything changed, where it was like, oh, someone died, shoot. And it didn't even look that bad. Like, from a perspective of a spectator, it didn't look bad. And then you like do the research and you realize, oh, he's going like 200 miles an hour and hit a brick wall and stopped instantly. Like, yeah, of course he died. So I do know that it's dangerous and violent and very, very terrifying and scary, and you should never want to see one of those things crash. But when you do see it crash, it's a spectacular thing. It's genuinely awesome, as in I am awestruck by it. And I watched the Indy 500 last year, not this year. but last year. I was talking about this with someone. I can't remember who it was. I saw it last year, and I remember watching the last few laps. And the few laps that I saw at the very end, they had like crash after crash after crash after crash. Oh, I remember who I was talking about it with. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy. And then at the very end, the one guy pulled in front of the other guy on the final lap, and it was technically like supposed to be a yellow flag or something, like a caution. And then he ended up winning it. And the guy who got second, who should have gotten first, he was so mad. You could tell he was just fuming. He's like, and they were asking him, like, they're interviewing him, like, oh, how do you feel about that final lap? And he just, like, you can see him just face turning red, just about to swear off like a sailor. And he's just holding his tongue, just saying, you know, it's not right. He should have followed the rules, and he like changed lanes, and it just wasn't good. And you can just see like he's right about to just start swearing on camera, and it was just so funny to me. Dude, Heartstream, what's going on, man? How are you doing tonight, dude? How's life? Have you played the new Prince of Persia game yet? We played it last night, and I spent like a couple hours in it, dude. I think I did like a 3.5 hour stream, and it felt like it was like an hour long. I was enjoying that game so much. It's such a good game. Faustism, man, take care. Have an awesome evening. Or day, sorry. Keep forgetting. Man, I'm doing awesome. Ooh, that's terrible. Oh, man. Did I get that? Dukify your message. Shout out to Faustism. I got pinballs of steel. We'll do one more of Bride of Pinbot. If I had more of the tables in Pinball FX, I would do VR, because I played around with it the other night and it's pretty cool. Shoot, I just got an extra ball off the first launch. Nice.
I can speak.
Oh no.
But yeah, Heartstream, man. Check out the new Prince of Persia game. It's pretty interesting. I'm not into the art style, but I really do enjoy the gameplay. And it's like 19 bucks. So it's a smaller game in scope, but I had a lot of fun with it last night. Yeah, dude. All right, Sharky, man. Have an awesome night. Take care, dude. Have fun with the golf cart, and yeah, yeah, just post them in the Discord server, and I'll be more than happy to take a look at that. That's awesome. When I was a kid, I lived in a gated community, and all the rich kids had golf carts. All of them. It was like everyone had golf carts. And I wanted one so bad. You too, dude. Have a good night. Oh, come on. We were doing so good. And then both of those balls just died. Oh man. I did get that extra ball. But still, having that just like immediately go down. I'll have some really good runs and then some really bad runs. Like that. What was that? It just immediately went down. I got like 3 million on my first shot, and then now all my balls are just going away. That sounds terrible. Are you kidding? This is what I'm talking about, man. One more. One more. But yeah, the community that I lived in as a kid is like 3rd or 4th grade. Maybe 5th grade. And all the rich kids had a golf cart, and I begged and begged my parents, and they're like, we're not getting a golf cart, we don't golf. It's like, but everyone else has one, and like they're like, you're not driving a golf cart. If we were gonna get one, we would drive it. And I'm like, no, come on. Like, I didn't understand at all. I was like, that's so unfair, Mom and Dad.
Oh no. We need shuttle launch.
Yes, yes.
Come on now. Okay, so we got our voice activated. I'm trying to get that ball up there. That's hard. That's real hard. There we go. Right? Yes. It's a really interesting table. I wish I was better at it. There we go. Optics activated.
Machine complete.
I live. Come on. There it is. Loop combo? Sweet. Ah.
I'm losing it.
Okay. Optics. So that's the thing I don't get with this table. Like, it keeps flipping around and stuff. After you activate the machine, do you continue doing it? It is something that I'm just not familiar with this table as much. That's okay. Partial link. We're doing decent. I cannot wait for more video games, though. Extra ball, nice, sweet. Oh man.
Machine complete and fully operational.
I hope E3 has some real good stuff. Because like I was saying earlier, I don't know if they're gonna have any good stuff this year. I think so many people launched all their games last year that we're gonna get a big old drought
I feel
this year.
strange.
Does not compute.
There we go. Ooh, that's right. Metamorphosis. She's a real lady.
My God, she's alive.
She's alive. She sings. Ah, no. No. Whew. We're getting a good score here, though. Aw. I had to open my big, stupid, fat mouth. Getting a good score. Done. All right. Oh, that was close. That was real close. Solid run. Solid run so far tonight. Probably the best one so far.
I can speak.
Oh no. We need shuttle launch.
This would be a fun table to actually own physically. I would really like that. That would be cool. It's got a really interesting gimmick. Like the whole building the bride, like, that's pretty cool. It's a little bit of science fiction, a little bit horror, right? Kind of like the Bride of Frankenstein. Making something alive that was not before. Oh, no. Well, ball two. What? I'm not really sure what happened there. I thought I was on ball three. I was gonna say, I'll take it. Cool, yeah, awesome. Come on. There it is. Partial link. Yeah, so we went looking at houses today, and it was a real nice, just relaxing drive. I liked it. Every once in a while, I need one of those, just like get away from it all. Just go driving for a couple hours. It's just fun.
Machine complete and fully operational.
Come on. I love the multi-balls when they collide. When you get a pinball that collides with another one, it's cool. It's a satisfying thing. It's like two bullets hitting each other. I know. Mom. Did we get her? Oh no. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty well on this run. 26 million? I don't know what the high score is, but I'm assuming I'm doing fairly decent. There's been so many of these tables where I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, come on. Get that extra ball. Did I get it? I don't think I did. There it is.
You look good.
Come on, lady.
Machine complete and fully operational.
I live. Come on. Oh my gosh, that's so close. Come on. Pump that heart.
I feel strange.
It does not compute.
Come on. Get up there.
Yes, yes.
Whew, that was close. Dude, why can't I get it in there?
Get extra ball.
I'm trying to get the spaceship. Come on.
Wow.
Everywhere but the spaceship.
Wow.
I don't know how I'm not getting this thing. There it is. Man, jeez. Pump that heart.
Hi there.
Hi.
My God, she's alive.
My God, she's alive.
Launch all shuttles. Yes.
Yes. Big wheel, big money. Was that 100? I don't even know what that was.
Wow. Wow.
No. Keep it alive. Just keep it alive. I knew it. Same builder shoots again. Dude, I don't know what's happening with this, but I still have not finished my game. I swear. When I open my big fat mouth sometimes, immediately the game's like, nope, you're dead. All right, Ryan, don't screw this up. Come on. No. I know I keep getting like same builder shoot again, but I don't know what that means. I don't know how many of those I have. I feel like I'm wasting them now. Come on, man, dude. I'm having some real bad luck now. It's everywhere but where I want to go. It just refuses to go into that spaceship launch port. No. That was it. I'm pretty sure that was it. $62 million. All right. I'll take it. I hope that was number one. I don't think I'm ever gonna have a better run than that. Highest score. Yeah, of course. Oh, 1,041 million is the high score. Are you kidding? Like, look at the difference between fifth, 4th, and 3rd place, then 2nd place, and then out of nowhere, over 1 billion points for number 1. That sucks. Oh well. It was a good run. It was a good run. Okay. You know what? I don't think I've played Party Zone in a while. Let's play Party Zone. Is the party dude? You know what? I don't know if I played this one. Captain Bizarre? All right. This is a very different game. Very different feel. You know, it's actually really hard to see the middle of the table. Wow, okay. It's so dark, and then the sides and the bottom are so bright. The contrast is kind of off. Huh. I would like to play this in VR and see if it's a little bit better. The ball also feels way bigger. Like a much... Maybe it's just the view. It might be the view. All right. Bring it on, multi-ball. Man, I love pinball. Pinball's so fun. Trying to figure out, do I want to play a little bit of VR pinball after this? Or do I want to play a little bit of VR? Like some VR mini golf? Or do I want to play Prince of Persia? Because that was really fun too. Make a request. Chicken... Say chicken feet? Oh, come on. I hate when they like launch up and then they go right down into the middle and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, hey, it was my first attempt, right?
Let's party again, dude.
All right, dude, let's party again. Let's party. See, crap like that. At least it gives me the, hey, we kind of screwed you. Here's a free ball.
How you doing?
Okay. This is a bizarre table. I kind of like it though. I wish it was easier to see. I think that's really my main issue. The music is also pretty tinny.
Take it away.
supersonic robotic comic. I like how it's a laugh attack and then don't score anything. Man, come on now. Like, I want to do some VR, but I'm just so tired from today, man. Today just wore me out. Oh, come on. Like, even right after, like, I was in the middle of editing after work, and it was like, oh, let's go do this stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then we didn't get home until like super late at night. We're gone for several hours. I'm just like, crap. All right. We'll take a multi-ball. And there goes my multi-ball. I don't know how I feel about this table. I think we'll give it one more shot after this. One more. All right. They really doing Pinball Wizard? Oh my gosh. Like a MIDI version of Pinball Wizard. I'm sorry, I don't have respect for a... Nope, we're not going to play it again. If you are a pinball table, you do not get to license Pinball Wizard. Sorry. Oh, I hate that. Okay, let's see here. You know what? Let's switch over to... Trying to think here. Let's switch over to a little bit of Prince of Persia. We'll do a run of Prince of Persia, and then maybe we'll do some VR pinball in just a moment here. So let's get it loaded up. Let's get it. 1 second here. Save it, and we should be good. All right, cool. Yeehaw. All right. So let's jump back in. So we left off with getting to the boss a couple of times, but still not defeating him. We've got Sakura. What are the sluice gates in the aqueduct for? Once told me they were used for flushing water out faster. Don't know if they are still working. With the war raging around us, I saw brambles creeping up towards one of them. That sluice gate must be connected to the Tower of Oblivion then. Won't be easy to get away with the Barood in the way. It's true. The thing is a pretty hefty beast. I was talking to my wife about this earlier today. I hate the dialogue in this. I really, really do. I spent my entire life studying, but nothing could prepare me for... Pachi, is everything okay? Oh, my prince, you're here. My task is to lend a helping hand. Don't worry about me. But Pachi, ellipses. Let's not talk about this anymore. Like, if you're gonna go all for the, you know, the Persian music, the Persian setting, the you know, all of that, but you have modern 2024 dialogue written by 12-year-olds, like, ugh, and everyone speaks in single sentences. I have a real problem with that. This mouse out of the way. Okay, here we go. Right. Gotta get that kick. All right. I am trying to think if I want to, like, just farm stuff and, like, really explore, or if I just want to get close and quickly to the boss so that I can practice. Give me those spirit emblem thingies. All right. Like a lot of the... Oh, crap. That was stupid. That was real stupid. A lot of the... Oh, now I totally forgot what I was going to say. A lot of the emphasis of this game is like fear of missing out on all these different things and swapping everything out. And I'm just like, eh. It's just, it's never cared to me. Or I've never cared about stuff like that. Crap. Come on. Oh, I'm so mad right now. That was stupid. That was real stupid. Mulligan. I said it last night, but whenever I think about that, I think about Family Guy. Mulligan, Mulligan, Mulligan. Somewhat surprising. I've never met anyone like her, which clearly didn't look like a woman at all. You talked to her before attacking, I hope? Yes. Well, if I can call it talking anyway. All hope is not lost. He has potential. Perhaps he will be able to... Armoring again, are we? No, my prince. I was just thinking out loud. I'm fine. Promise. I trust you. And if I'm ever... and I'm here if you ever need someone to talk to. Thank you, my prince. I may well take you up on that. I can't talk tonight. There we go. It's a pretty solid game. Like I said, it's a game that I can enjoy for the time that I'm playing it. However, I do think that it's going to be one of those games that once I finish it, I will probably never play it again. Dude, what is going on? I just had most of my health taken out by the first enemies. I have no idea. So that's what, 2 deaths? One second here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Boy, Octane, how are you doing, man? Says she can look after herself, but she can't hold out forever. I saw her working. She never leaves her village. I have to stop the Huns before she's overwhelmed. All right. I'm doing fantastic. I'm actually doing really, really well. A good day, a really good day, but a long day. Definitely ready to hit the hay and have a good night's sleep whenever that happens. Hopefully tomorrow for work isn't too exhausting. It's a really long, hard class that I have to teach. But it's work. I mean, that's why they call it work, not fun. Okay. We're gonna take care of this stuff. Dude, I feel like I got it last night. I was in a good groove, and now I feel like I'm just sucking it up. Like I shouldn't have gotten hit there. But I am really enjoying this game. It is pretty cool. I'm wondering how big this game is going to be though, since it is basically a $20 game. I bet this game is probably a few hours long. Jeez. How am I that destroyed? Like, I wasn't having this trouble last night at all. And now, coming into this, I've just lost my groove. I need to go find it like Stella. That is such a bad joke. That is such an old, tired joke. Good old Minecraft creepers. Man, I remember when I first learned about Minecraft creepers, I was like, oh, wow, those guys suck. What? He was facing the other way. I'm very upset about that. And what is that, Steve, or is that, what do you call it? What is the evil Steve guy name? Is it, Herobrine? Is that it? Herobrine? I literally can't even get past this first section. What the heck? Herobrine, okay. The girl that I was dating at the time, she was like, hey, do you play Minecraft? I'm like, no. She's like, oh man, we should play together. I'll teach you. And so I learned how to play Minecraft because of the girl that I was dating. Yeah, she's hiding at the work site in the aqueduct. She must be planning an attack. I think she's looking for something. For now, let's focus on saving Sahin. Oh, that's right, his mother. Your mother can take care of herself in the meantime. Just don't mention your surprise attack on the Huns. Think she might fly into a rage. Oh, don't worry about that. I do value my life, you know. Again, I'm not into the dialogue of this. It's very, very millennial writing. Oh, I do not know that emoji. What is that? Super buff, shirtless. I'm gonna call him Shirtless Steve. How about that? Is that's Shirtless Steve now? Jiggly buff. Okay. All right. That's solid. I'll give it that. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, my kick is not not working like it was. Oh, you know what? I bet you I was in a glitch last night. Dude, this is wrong. So when I was kicking people like that, every time they were getting sticky to the floor and walls and stuff, and they were taking damage. I'm not getting that now. I wonder if that was a buff that I got that never reset. It's an early access game, so you're gonna have those weird things happen. I wonder if that's why I was doing so well last night, because I was flying through this stuff. I didn't get hit for like the first 2 sections. Now I'm about to die. Oh, I'm so upset. I never played Pokemon, but I know enough about Pokemon to have a general understanding of the main, 150? The first 150? And Jigglypuff was always my favorite. I love Jigglypuff. I always thought Jigglypuff was great. So why are the graphics better in previous games? Are you talking about this one? Are you talking about why are the graphics in other Prince of Persia games better than this new Prince of Persia? I can answer that easily by saying it's an artistic choice. You know, some games are just going to look different. But I don't like it. I don't think it's a very good artistic choice. I think there might be reasons why it's an quote-unquote artistic choice, but it's really not. But I don't want to get into that now. Because I don't know if it is or not. It could just straight up be someone likes this art style. Yes. Not some weird purple monster. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the art style at all. I think it is pretty weird. The one game where they drive in a boat. Are you talking about Dredge? Oh, Spiritfarer? Is that the one you're thinking of? Because if so, yes. It does look like a Spiritfarer. Yeah. Okay, we don't need to go that way. We can just go down and progress. I'll just knock that guy. Oh, crap. As I was jumping, I saw that I had no background to jump on to wall run up. We're not going to do that. No, thank you. No blood sacrifices tonight. Thank you very much. I will take that gold. Ooh. Those guys are crap. Those guys suck. Everything sucks right now. Everything's the worst. Yeah, I really like the old Prince of Persia games. They're some of my favorites. I played through the Sands of Time trilogy back in 2019. And man, I had such a fun time with it. I mean, Assassin's Creed, do you know that Assassin's Creed was originally a Prince of Persia game? And it was going to be, but then they, kind of reworked it and retooled it to become its own thing, which was Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed originally started out as a new Prince of Persia game. But I agree with you. I think they should go back to the well on that one and make a new Prince of Persia game in the style of Assassin's Creed. I think the scope should be smaller. It should be pertained to one small city. not small city, but smaller. And, you know, follow the prince, not his bodyguard like the game that came out in January. And not this weird art style. Give us a good, proper, solid Prince of Persia game. I just don't know what they're... I'm really baffled that we got 2 Prince of Persia games in 5 months after 14 years of not a Prince of Persia game. And, like, we're not going to get a new Prince of Persia game unless both of these do really well and they're working on a real Prince of Persia game. But that's not going to be for a few years, I'm sure. We're probably not going to see a new real Prince of Persia game for at least 7 years. And that breaks my heart because I really, really like Prince of Persia. There we go. Oh man, why did I do that? Should have put it in the middle. Oh well. At least I'm learning how to use these spike pits. There we go. I'm getting a little bit better. Nice. But man, I would kill for 2015 Ubisoft right now. I was talking to my wife about it earlier when I was talking to her about this game. I was like, oh yeah, did you see the stream last night at all? And she's like, no, she normally doesn't. And I was telling her like, oh man, I had a really good time. I was having fun with the new Prince of Persia game. And she's like, new Prince of Persia game? Didn't you beat that in January? I was like, yeah, I did. There's a new one. She's like, oh, how is it? I'm like, it's really interesting. It's pretty cool, but the art style kind of sucks. And it's a Ubisoft game, so like you kind of don't know the intention behind it right now. And I really miss classic Ubisoft. Come on. Classic Far Cry 4, Prince of Persia, or yeah, Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed Black Flag era Prince of Persia. Or Ubisoft. Dude, this guy. I don't know why I'm sucking so bad. That was close. Okay. We gotta go down. Whew. We're leaving. I don't care. Like, none of those things are I'm gonna die. Do I not have that? I thought I did. There we go. Ooh, yes. Let's bank my souls. We'll bank it in just a moment here. Anything up here? No. Down here. Ooh, no. Okay. It's the end. So is the Bank of Souls at the very end of the level? Yes. I like the Ruined Aqueduct. I think this is probably my favorite level. The time traveling too, like I was saying it last night. We don't need every Prince of Persia game to have time travel mechanics. Like, I'm okay with them doing something different. Haha! I figured you out. Ooh, that was close. Dude, that's something that I have not been getting either. What the heck? I have not been getting swords. I was picking up weapons left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. Same thing with medallions, and now I feel like I'm not getting anything. Huh. Sandopolis zone slides? Yeah, seriously. That's exactly what it feels like. Okay, so we need to either go to the left and up or to the left and down. Sandopolis, dude. Is that in Sonic 2 with the oils? Like the oil slides and stuff like that? With the orange background? Skyboxes? I can't remember the name of that zone. And dude, I just almost died. Oh, it's Sonic and Knuckles. Okay. I wonder what the Sonic 3 movie is going to be like. I'm genuinely curious because I thought the first two were totally fine. I actually really liked Sonic 1 and 2. Take away the live action stuff and you got a really good Sonic movie. except for Jim Carrey. Him as Dr. Robotnik, I will always accept. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since, well, it hasn't actually been that long since I played Sonic 2. I beat Sonic 2 on the stream back in February, so it's been like 4 months. Those are fun games. I always love the Sonic games. What is in here? Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Knuckles, and Sega or Sonic CD, all very solid games. So the first 5. I don't know if you care for Sonic CD at all. Sonic CD is a lot of people's favorites, not mine, but I still hold it in high regard. And then you have Sonic Adventure 1. I'm not a fan of Sonic Adventure 2. And then, oh, shoot. And then what else? Sonic Heroes, from what I remember, I haven't played it since it came out in 2002, 2003. And then, what is this? Toxic Demise. When an enemy is killed, slide of poison. When you land on an enemy from behind. Yeah, no, let's swap that out. And then Sonic Mania. Dude, Sonic Mania is a unbelievably solid game. It is a shame that more people don't talk about that game, and it is a very big shame that that team did not get to do a Sonic Mania 2. Penny's Big Breakaway, fine. It ain't no Sonic Mania 2. That's all. I'll say that much. And it sucks because like that team probably is super happy with Penny's Big Breakaway, but like, dude, come on. Sonic Mania 2 is right there. It should have been it. Ooh. I am messing this up with these buttons. Hold on a second. I have to sneeze. Okay, there we go. This music is solid too, man. But I'm trying to think of other Sonic games. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Come on now. Hey, Mom. What song does this sound like? I have no idea. If you're talking modern music, I couldn't tell you. But it sounds pretty interesting. I think the soundtrack to this game is actually pretty well done. My son, are you? I'm fine. It's a long story, but I managed to get out of there. Keep away from Baroud. Those horns of hers are lethal. You know her? She injured me during battle. It's nothing too serious. I'm pretty tough when it comes down to it. Well, you certainly can be tough. I don't know. One thing that I have an issue with this game is the prince seems pretty sissy. And I don't like that. I want my prince like manly, big, burly, gonna take action type of prince. And he kind of seems way too sheepish. You're right, Mother. I'll watch out for Baroud and her horns. Like, I want the prince to take action. I want him to just start murdering fools. Let's get some health. An enemy collides with an obstacle. Let's do the composite bow. It's not doing enough with the chakra. Or chakram, whatever it's called. All right. Oh, what? Come on. We're just gonna avoid this. See, that's the thing too, is he needs to be wearing yellow for being a coward, or for for what reason? Why does he need to be wearing yellow? Nope. Man, we should play Devil Daggers. That's such a crazy good game. I wish I was good at it, but it's weird. Some of these weird indie games. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to think about it for a second. I'm sure there will be some form of cosmetic skin changing where you can have the classic prince costume, just like in the Lost Crown, where you can have the warrior within skin and stuff like that to make them look more like the actual prince and not the prince's bodyguard. Ugh, crap. Come on now. I can't believe that run last night. We basically had him, and then out of nowhere, I just got like stun locked. Ooh. Okay. I gotta be better about learning his. Oh man. I was gonna say I gotta be better about learning his stuff. His combos or whatever. Patterns, that's what I'm thinking. Man, I am exhausted. Ooh, I can't even speak correctly anymore. I can't even form coherent sentences anymore. Okay, we could, I mean, give me the whirling spear. Give me the grappling hook. I mean, these are all weapons. We're gonna unlock all the weapons. Done. We've unlocked all the weapons. Yeah. You ain't just whistling Dixie. That's for sure. I don't like that you can't switch out the weapons. It just is like a menu system. Like, hey, this is the weapons in the game. Did I not just unlock both the spear and the thingy? I wonder if that's... Huh. Maybe it's just death. Maybe I have to die one more time. We shall see. We'll do one more run. You know, let's do the... No, I think the village is just the... You know what? Let's do the village. Let's just see where this goes. Yeah, I definitely need to sleep. I mean, it's not that late. It's not even 1 o'clock in the morning. I can go for a while longer, but today just kind of wore it out of me, man. It's a very long, exhausting day. But a good day. I had a lot of fun. I had a very fun afternoon / evening with my wife, and even work was decent. Nothing too bad happening. See, like some of the backgrounds and stuff, this is a really artistic, interesting style. But I don't know if I would classify that as something like, oh, I want this as a Prince of Persia game. There we go. But I do appreciate Ubisoft actually like doing something with the license and saying, all right, cool, yeah, we'll allow a B team to make a new Prince of Persia game. It just should not have come out 5 months after the last Prince of Persia game that was the first one in 14 years. It's very odd. Very, very odd. But if they want to put their own artistic style on it, you know, it's okay. What can you tell me about the worksite in the aqueduct? It's our greatest project. We're doing terrific work before those darn Huns showed up. What do you know about the sluice gate system? Well, the system provides the town with water. Why? Got some idea? Not really, no, but I'm working on one. Because let me tell you this right now. Like, this is what I have a problem with. No one in Persia in this time period would talk to their prince by saying, because let me tell you this right now, water's useless against those monsters. Like, A, she would not be talking down to the prince. B, she wouldn't be using slang modern terminology like, let me tell you something. Or, let me tell you this right now. It's just, it's bad dialogue. Ugh. But that's the time we live in. Video game writers don't know how to write. See, I should not have gotten hit there. I don't know what is going on tonight. Burn. Oh man, that just reminds me of watching That 70s Show. I loved that show growing up. And having Kelso just scream burn all the time. Burn! Okay, that worked. That worked out well. I'll take it. Okay, so we've got a whirling spear of 43, but the circle 3. Man, that reminds me of Fire Marshal Bill. Let me tell you something. Or no, let me show you something. I don't know if you remember Fire Marshal Bill at all, but that was one of my favorite things as a kid. Oh my gosh. Watching in living color when I wasn't supposed to, because it was totally a show not intended for young me. But oh my gosh, seeing Jim Carrey do some of those characters was the funniest thing in the world. I have no idea. I don't know memes. I don't really pay attention to memes. But basically, back in the 90s, there was this show that was very similar to SNL, but it was made by the Wayans brothers. So it was much more about black comedy, like African-American comedy. But they did have white people on that show as well. One of them being Jim Carrey. That's where he got his start, doing stand-up, and then also his acting career started with a couple small movies and the In Living Color TV show, which is basically like SNL. And one of his characters was called Fire Marshal Bill, and he was like this really bad fire marshal that really hammed it up because it's Jim Carrey. And he would always yell, "Let me show you something." And then he would get really hurt demonstrating what not to do around fire. And it was hilarious. So if you want some really good laughs, just watch a couple YouTube videos, I guess, of In Living Color, Fire Marshal Bill. Just do Fire Marshal Bill, and you'll have a real good evening. And so I watched that show as a kid back in the 90s when it was on. And it was always on like super late at night and stuff. And oh, that's where Jennifer Lopez got started. She was what was known as a fly girl, which was one of the backup dancers for the show. So she got started as a backup dancer for In Living Color. And then you have Sean Marlon and Keenan Ivory Wayans, the Wayans brothers, and Crystal Wayans, I believe. Siblings who all produced and made that show together. Boy, I did not think I was going to go off on, or not off on, but talk about In Living Color tonight, and now I'm all happy. Except for that. What was that? Yeah, we'll take that. Come on now. I'm getting really bad pickups too. Like just unbelievably bad. That was a bad one. Yeah, thanks. I'm trying to remember who else. Oh, David Allen Greer was in it. He's not so big anymore, but he used to be really big. Tommy Davidson used to be really big. Jamie Foxx was also on In Living Color. Went from In Living Color to an Oscar winner in a very short time span. Not that I put that much stock in the Oscars at this point, but, you know, they still do mean something. Man, I'm just so baffled that I'm sucking it up so much tonight compared to last night where I was just like blowing through. I came into this stream, into this game tonight thinking, oh yeah, I'll totally beat the boss. I can barely get to the boss at this point, let alone beat her. I wonder if it got updated. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt they're running an update within 48 hours of the game being launched, but it's possible. Anything's possible. Especially now with video games, like there's so many things that you would go, there's no way that'll ever happen, ever. And now it's like, so much weird crap happens in this industry. Are you kidding? I need to get away from these people. That kick is pretty good, though. We're just gonna run away. Not worth fighting those guys. No. We're not going to switch out. We got the grappling hook. I want to test it out. Okay. It's a grappling hook. It's exactly what it sounds like. It stuns them and then brings them over, I guess. I mean, I become Scorpion. Get over here. Dude, I lost my mind as a kid with Scorpion. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world with Mortal Kombat. Just how, and you know, I won't lie, I was totally entranced by the violence. The violence was the main reason why I liked Mortal Kombat as a kid. Dude, come on. There we go. Wow. Like, I remember renting Mortal Kombat. Yeah, because it was taboo. It was like, oh my gosh, so many people couldn't believe how violent that game was and gory it was, especially as a kid. You know, 8 or 9-year-old kid, like, I just couldn't believe it. However old I was, I can't even remember. But whenever it came out, like I remember renting that game from Blockbuster when it came out, and my friend was like, I want to get it, but my parents won't let me rent it. And so I convinced my parents to rent it because my parents didn't really care. They were like, what is it? And I said, oh, it's this new game. It's a fighting game. What about it? And like they heard about it and they saw the magazine on it or whatever, and they're like, okay, you know this isn't real and you can't rip people's spines out, right? And I said, yes, mom and dad. And they said, all right, we'll go to Blockbuster this weekend and rent it. My parents were pretty stinking cool. which is really weird. Thinking back on some things that my parents would and wouldn't let me do as a kid. Sometimes they were totally justified. Sometimes I feel, even now as an adult, they were not. But our parents aren't perfect, right? I was reading something earlier. I was reading this piece yesterday where where we view our parents in a certain light, and as we get older, we look back and realize that there's a defining moment when you realize that your parent is not a superhero. They don't know everything. They are fallible human beings as we are. And that defining moment is just, it's crazy. Like when you learn that, it's like, oh no, and your world can be shattered in a sense. Oh, we should heal up. I think I found that out at a very young age. I was pretty understanding too. My parents aren't perfect. But honestly, they did the best they could, and they did a darn fine job. I'll say that much. If I turned out the way that I turned out, I think they did a good job. Man, these guys are just so much more difficult than they were last night. I'm getting it a little bit more, I feel like. Oh man, I keep walking, like climbing into that arrow. I hate these guys. They're the bane of my existence tonight. Bane. Oh man, I read a good Batman story the other night about Bane. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Like, this adds a lot of nuance to that character. And it was back in 2004, I believe. 2003, 2004. Where Bane basically becomes kind of a good guy, in a way. He knows about Batman being Bruce. He broke his back and all that. And then he basically finds out about the Lazarus pits and tries to go around the world destroying them. And the last one, he basically finds his real father and has to basically kill his dad because his dad is turned evil and trying to use the Lazarus pits for whatever reason. And man, it was really, really good. And like Batman has to team up with Bane, and everyone like Nightwing and Robin, Batgirl and everyone are just like, are you nuts? And he's like, he's changed. Don't worry about it. Like, just Batman keeps saying, it's my thing. Don't worry about it. I'll deal with the consequences if he hasn't changed, but I'm telling you he has. I was like, huh, it's a pretty interesting story. I believe it was in Gotham Knights, like issue 40, maybe somewhere around there. 40, 50, somewhere within the 40s to 60s. I read it a couple weeks ago. That and the, man, what was it? Gang War story, where they have the female Robin, Stephanie Brown, which I've never read before. I didn't know anything about that character. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. We'll do one more run here. I keep saying that. It really is interesting. I'm a big comic reader, but I'll always love suggesting comics to people. Hey man, no problem, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have an awesome awesome day tomorrow, and thanks for stopping by and keeping me company. It's always enjoyable talking to you, dude. And I'll see you around. Have a good rest of your night. Ah, man. We'll do one more run. I know I keep saying it, but like I said, this game is just actually really fun, even though I'm sucking it up tonight for whatever stupid reason. Like, they're not even talking to me anymore. They're just going. I really do think there might be a flaw here, because I got the things and it's not unlocking, and that's really strange. Flaming kick. When kicking an enemy, restores 20 energy points and sets every... Oh yeah, I want to get that. Slicing kick is cool too. Immortal. At the moment of death, the medallion is destroyed to restore... Oh, dude. That's pretty good too. Okay, Ryan. I'm telling you, man. I'm just having an off night with this game. I feel like I'm not even able to hit those characters sometimes. It's really, really strange. But the combat and the we don't even have them. I really think the game's like really bugged right now. I don't know why, but the combat is just infinitely harder than it was. I'm not getting any of the power-ups that I unlocked. It's really strange. Can't buy anything. Small bag of gold for some health. And we should bank. Let's go bank those things really quick. Might as well, right? That was close. Dude, how far away was it? I should have fast traveled. Should have fast traveled. Come on. Yeah, that broadsword, like, it's powerful for sure. But man. Oh, crap. I'm just doing such a bad job tonight. Okay, just get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Whew. Dude, I'm just running. There's no way. This sucks. I just want to get to the healing area. Okay, well, that's it for tonight. Just I can tell I'm not playing my best. You know, and that's okay. Just because I'm not playing my best, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. We all have off nights. I did really good in pinball though. For some of those, I did really good. So that was nice. But, you know, 2.5 hours, had some fun. Nice. I'll be definitely going a lot longer over the course of this next few days. But I got work in the morning, man. I'm not even going to make an excuse. I'm tired. So my name is Ryan. You can always check out my stuff at gameordie.net or join the Discord. That's where I'm posting a lot more stuff. We're going to start doing giveaways for Twitch subscribers. I'm posting a lot more articles and things. I did a gaming minute, which is just a minute of me going through a couple news articles and things. And then also a question of the week. Some game reviews. So I did Hellblade 1 and 2 reviews. Ton of extra stuff. You can always check that stuff out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world. Take care. God bless. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day or night. Bye.